Hey, today I'll show you my new system to create hyper-realistic AI influences that stay perfectly consistent across every video.
Wait, it's honestly so nice. What the fuck?
This is the kind of content you'd normally find in a paid course, but I'm giving it to you completely free because I just want to show you how easy it is to generate videos like these. This shit wasn't even possible a few months back, but now you can literally make them in under 10 minutes for under $1 to $2 in tokens, and it's way simpler than everybody else is making it out to be. You don't have to hop about 10 different platforms, and you really only have to follow 3 simple steps, which I'm about to show you in this video. So let's go. Number 1, we're going to create our AI influencer and product. Number 2, we're going to generate a script prompt for each video, and then number 3, we're going to animate them into 3 different levels of videos with our AI influencer and our product. The 3 levels of videos will be a yap-style video as level 1, level 2 a multi-scene video ad, and then level 3 a $10,000 cinematic ad. So let's get into the new way to create hyper-realistic AI influences. Right, so this is my system called UGC OS, and it literally makes this whole process 1 billion times easier. To get it, head to my school community, go to my classroom, go to UGC OS, and you can set it up within 2 minutes. All the techniques I'll show you in this video also apply for any other platform you have, so feel free to follow along. Right, so there's multiple different ways where you can generate hyper-realistic characters, but first way is to fill out the form manually. So I can literally click in here and go ahead and fill this entire thing out, or I could search anything I like. So let's say I want to search in her ethnicity to be Jamaican. There you go. And a lot of these parameters you can use one word, but there's 2 parameters in particular, which is the hairstyle and then the skin and realism. And the skin and realism is basically the skin texture. And these 2 you got to be super detailed, because if you don't, you'll end up getting something that looks fake and plastic, which we don't want. So when I click on this hairstyle, it already comes up with a couple start options, which I've put in here for you. And let's go for this one. And I want to highlight a key line from within this, which is the loose flyaways and baby hairs framing the face. If you don't include loose flyaways and baby hairs framing on the face, you'll just get this hair on the character that literally looks like a bucket or something. You know what I'm saying? It literally looks like a helmet. And then the next one is the skin and realism. So we click on that. I've also loaded in a bunch of prompts here. Let's click on the natural realism one, and let me expand this so you guys can see and follow along. So basically I said here, realistic skin with visible pores, light freckles scattered across the nose and cheeks, subtle shine on the T-zone, realistic subsurface scattering, and a slight natural asymmetry. If you include something like that, you'll get a far better result. You won't get any plastic skin. This is a way to bake in that result into your image, so you don't have to do it in post. And all these other ones are pretty simple, but then you can also go into the scene and pose tab and customize how they pose. So I can say they are walking, or I can say they have a soft natural smile with slight asymmetry. The action, speaking to the camera, let's actually not say walking, let's just say sitting. And then shot type, let's say third person shot, and so on, right? Let's say you don't want to go through all of this and click through all the prompts and presets. You can literally just click on select a preset and load in one of the ones already loaded into the bank. We've even got some monks here, these other characters, and when you click on it, it's going to load in all the presets for you, and then from there you can edit it further. Or even cooler, you can literally just get an image from Pinterest. Like I've got this image right here that I generated, but you get something from Pinterest, and if you just drag and drop it in, it's literally going to extract all the DNA from it and put it into these parameters for you, which is pretty clutch. And then just like that, it's folded in for us. Then the only 2 places I recommend slightly tweaking is first the hairstyle. Like obviously we want the loose flyaways and stuff, and then the skin and realism, which it didn't go too much into detail yet. We want to include that natural realism, trust me. Then we're going to select the portrait option. We're going to click on GPT Image 2, leave it at 2K and have it at 9:16. And then we're going to generate the influencer. And once you generate it, you'll get your result here on the side. And if I zoom into that, the skin texture looks insanely realistic. And yeah, it's even got the beauty mark that I put, and absolutely amazing. Right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to lock her face in forever with one influencer sheet so she stays consistent across every video. So an influencer sheet basically is something like this one that generates a character with multiple poses and stuff, so that the video model knows exactly what they look like from all different angles, how they smile, and all that kind of stuff. So to do that, we'll take one of our characters that we just generated and we'll click on this button over here, and that's going to take us to this influencer sheet page, where again I can just select my image model, which I like GPT Image 2 at the moment, it's the best. Then we can select our resolution. We can even have it at 2K to be honest, 16:9, and we're going to click generate influencer sheet. And once it's done, you should end up with something like this. And as you guys can see, it generates this character sheet of her in perfect consistency. It's actually crazy how far these AI models have actually come. A couple months ago, you couldn't even do anything like this to this consistency, right? Great. So now we have our AI influencer. And the next step we want to do is we want to save it once. So every video pulls the exact same influencer and product from the entire app. And it's just going to make our life incredibly simple. So how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to click on the save button, say yes. And then I'm also going to save the influencer sheet as well. And as you can see, it says her name and then influencer sheet because it's linked. And I'm going to say yes to that as well. Now that's saved our influencers to the bank. When I go to our bank, there you go. I've just got a bunch of these influencers that I've saved that I can literally use in any single one of my videos. So let me show you. Let's say I go to the B-roll tab and I want to generate some quick B-roll. Click on the influencer thing. There you go. I can just select them from my bank. And that's just how my system's entirely integrated. Like let's say I want to select a product from my bank. I can just click product and select a product. But speaking of products, let's actually go back to my bank and let's go to the products tab because now we're going to have to add our product. So to do so, we're literally going to just grab our image of our product and drag and drop it in. And what it's going to do now, it's going to extract. So if I go to one of my other products, let's say this one, it's just going to fill out all the context of the product for us. So we don't have to manually go and send it to ChatGPT, get the context for it. And then, yeah, it's just an entire extra 7 steps where this, I'll just drag and drop it in. It extracts all the details and within no time, it's written the name of our product. It's written everything else. Of course, you can go and change that. We can change the offer here to say $30 per case or something like that. Click save and bang, there's your product. So now that we've set up our foundation, let's go into creating our level 1 yap-style video. And this is basically a talking head selfie ad that looks like a real girl filmed it on her phone. And in this first level, I want to show you how to make AI dialogue sound unscripted and not robotic, right? So to create the dialogue in the script, obviously, let's go to the scripts tab. Now, when I get onto the script tab, I'm going to click on scenes because I want to generate a scene. I'm going to select the length I want of my ad, which in this case, we can just leave it at 10 seconds because we're just going to generate a 10-second yap video. If I click on script style, I can choose a script style to see how the script is structured. So for this case, I'm going to click on story/testimonial product. I can select my product from the bank. I'm going to select this one, and then I can describe my video, which I'm just going to say something like, I want to create a 10-second yap video. First off, she starts off pretty skeptical saying, yo, I used to be such a matcha hater. Now I actually love it. And then she goes ahead and takes a sip and screams, this is absolutely amazing. She's talking as if she was talking to a friend, very conversationally. And cool, once we've done that, I can just click on this enhance prompt button. And there you go, just clarified my thoughts perfectly for me. And then after that, I'm just going to go ahead and click generate 3 scene drafts. Boom, and there you go. Now it's generated me 3 scripts that I can use, as well as a voice profile on every single one of them. So if I go to script 2, script 3, each one of them have this voice profile. And what this is going to do, it's going to ensure that our character's voice stays consistent throughout all the videos. So we can read that. It's got the setting, the camera, the lighting, the action of what she does, the dialogue, which, let's read that. Honestly, I used to think matchas tasted like straight up grass. I was wrong. Now that's not bad, but if we do want to make it sound more human sounding, is go into it and edit it yourself to make it sound like a human. So honestly, I used to think matcha tasted like straight up grass. I was wrong. So I'm going to say something like, honestly, I used to think matcha tasted like grass. Could take up that straight out, but I was completely wrong. See, that's already instantly better. And yeah, that's by far the easiest way to get natural sounding dialogue. You just have to edit it as a human yourself to be how you would say it. And honestly, it's 1 billion times better than trying to have an AI do it for you and you spend like a year trying to train the AI to do it for you, and you can just do it better yourself within seconds. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Then the next thing we want to do is we can save this to our scripts bank. So if I click there and I click save, boom, now it's saved to our scripts bank. Go to our scripts, then we got all our scripts ready to be loaded into any of our apps that we want to use the script for. So yeah, that was quick and easy. Now, the next thing we got to do is generate the video. And There's nothing much to it because we're just going to go to this playground. So let's select our AI model. I'm going to select Gemini Omni for this. We'll use Seedance 2.0 in the final video, so stay tuned for that. But Gemini Omni is good for now, and the price is also good. It only takes 180 credits for 10 seconds, which is not bad at all for a 1080p video. Then in this, let's go into reference images. We can pick our product from our bank to use as a reference. We can click on characters, pick from the bank. I'm going to use the normal image of Charlotte since it's only a 1 to 2 scene video. So I'm just going to select this. And then in here, I'm going to go ahead and paste that prompt that we just generated. So we just want to click on this to expand it. And we just want to edit certain lines in these brackets. For example, in the dialogue where it says, but wait, this product is just, I don't know, it's actually smooth. We obviously want to go in here and edit our product name. This matcha is just, I don't know, it's actually smooth. Once you're done there, click done. We're going to have it at 1080p. We're going to have the aspect ratio as 9:16 to be a vertical video. And then we're going to have the seconds at 10. And after you've done that, click on generate video. And then, yeah, after you've done that, you should get your video back, which would look something like this.
Okay, I finally caved and bought this Mosu matcha latte because my For You page wouldn't stop showing it to me. I mean, but it's actually, wait, it's honestly so nice. What the fuck?
Right, now that we've completed number 1, let's move on to level 2, which is going to be our multi-scene video ad. And now I'm going to show you the only prompt formula you need to generate multiple consistent scenes in one video. So to do that, let's head over to the scripts tab, and I'm going to click on scenes again. We can have the length be 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, however long you'd like. For the script style, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to use a problem, agitate, solution script style, because if we want like multiple scenes, we can have a scene for the problem, scene for the agitate, and then scene for the solution or something like that. And then for this product, I can select my matcha from my bank. And then to describe my video, all I'm going to say is something like this. So I brain dumped the prompt in and I clicked enhance, and this is what I got. So the key talking points can be number 1, this is like the first scene. A hook, start with a relatable afternoon slump, girl at a desk looking visibly drained, addressing the camera with low energy. Product 2, highlight, transition to a high quality close-up shot of the Mosu can with condensation, emphasizing the vibrant green matcha texture. And then 3, payoff, show the same creator in a brighter environment, appearing refreshed and energized after sipping the product. And then I'm going to click on generate 3 scene drafts. And just like that, the 3 scene drafts have been generated, and it gives me all the different scenes. Now, what is just generated, as you saw in the previous example, is the only prompt formula you need to generate multiple consistent scenes in the same video. So the elements include a setting, a camera, the lighting, the action, dialogue, and audio. And you'll have the character and product consistent across scenes in no time, right? So let's say we've read through all of this and we like it. We see it generates us a voice profile so that we have the same voice throughout the entire scene. And let's just read this. A mid-20s female voice with a standard West Coast American accent. The pitch is mid to low with a relaxed, casual cadence that matches the fast-paced conversational rhythm. Excellent. Now you're going to see in multiple scenes, this fixed one of the biggest issues as well, which is not having the same voice across multiple scenes. But with this prompt in it, 100% success rate that you will. So let's click on copy full script. We can go to our playground, and we've already got our references loaded in from the last example. We can just paste in this prompt again. We can use Gemini Omni for this as well, since it's more cost effective. You don't always need to be using Seedance 2.0 like all these other because I was saying sometimes you can just use Gemini Omni, which is also excellent. So yeah, instead of using this one single image of her, let's go to our bank and let's actually attach the influencer sheet so that she stays consistent across the different frames. That's actually super important. And then yeah, once we've done that, 1080p, 9:16, 10 seconds, and we can generate the video and see what we get.
I spent like 3 years hooked on coffee before I realized it was literally killing my afternoon. So
I
I
like
switched
that.
to Mosu matcha
I like that little wipe of the eye. That was good.
instead. No jittery crash, steady energy that actually lasts.
Excellent. As you can tell, first frame, she has a little beauty mark as a reference point. Last frame also has that beauty mark there as a reference point, and it's absolutely insane. Cool. So we completed level 2. Now you know how to make a multi-scene video ad. Let's move on to level 3, where we're going to create a $10,000 cinematic ad. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you how to generate gorgeous cinematic shots on demand. And it works slightly different compared to the previous examples where prompt structure is a bit different and you do need to be far more detailed in your prompting, but I'm going to show you all of that right now on how to do so. And of course, we don't really have to do everything. The AI is just going to do it all for us. So let me show you how. So we're going to go to the scripts tab again, and this time we're going to click on the cinematic toggle. We're going to click on the length to be 15 seconds. We're going to go ahead and add our influencer in. We can click Charlotte from our influencer sheet. Mosu Matcha Latte is already loaded in. We're going to describe our video out. I'm just going to brain dump something in and enhance the prompt. Great. And just like that, it's given me everything I asked for. So a 15-second cinematic high quality landscape video focusing on texture and light. Shot 1, a close-up macro style footage of vibrant green matcha swirling, emphasizing freshness and condensation. Yeah, I'm not going to read through the rest, but I've just given a different shot to generate, and all I've got to do there is generate 3 cinematic concepts. And now it's generated me the 1, 2, 3 cinematic concepts that I can go ahead and read through to see which one is my favorite. And as you can tell, the prompt structure is a bit different. So we have the style, the environment, the character, the product form, the context, the core action, the energy, the camera, the lighting, the physics, the audio, the voice, voiceover, the timeline. Thank goodness we've got AI to do all of this shit for us, because yo, that would have been long if I had to do this myself. You know what I'm saying? I just describe the vision I had. This shit just creates the entire thing for me. And in a single prompt, this is what's going to turn our AI influencer into a luxury campaign model, just through this one simple prompt. And to visualize it before we commit to creating the final video, I'm literally just going to go to the playground. I'm going to select the image tab, and I'm just going to clear this prompt, and I'm just going to paste that one that we've just generated in here. I'm going to add my reference images from banks, so like Charlotte, and then I'm also going to select my Mosu Matcha as reference images, and we can have it to be 16 by 9. 1K is fine because we just want to generate a visualization. Nano Banana 2 is fine as well. And let's just generate this image to see what it potentially looked like. Okay, so it just generated me this image that came back, and it's not quite what I wanted, so I'm just going to put a storyboard of, and let me click regenerate to see if that works any better. Boom, there you go. And you know what, I actually like this aesthetic more than the one of the example I showed at the beginning of the video. So you know what, let's just go ahead and save this image to our bank. Let's go to the videos tab. I'm going to click on the model of Seedance 2.0. My Mosu Matcha Latte image is ready loaded in, which I just picked from my bank. I'm going to click on Charlotte as my character, and then I'm also going to go ahead and go to my B-rolls tab and just click on the B-roll still that we just created. Then I'm going to go ahead and paste the prompt in that we generated from before. And just as a low quality preview for you guys, I'm going to go to 480p. I'm going to go to 15 seconds, and let's go ahead and just generate this video to see how it turns out. And boom, it just finished generating, so let's give it a watch.
Stillness in every sip. Mosu Matcha Latte.
Right, the next thing we want to do is we want to create a viral hook, because if we don't hook the viewer within the first 3 seconds, then they're going to bounce and they won't watch the rest of the video, and you will have wasted a bunch of time and money. So watch this video next so you can create a viral hook with AI.